Okay, so today is day 2 of my small talks on this book I'm reading. And today I'm reading chapter 9. Chapter 9, and chapter 9 says what? Wealth demands accountability. Wealth demands accountability. Responsibility is the price of greatness. That is the subheading right here. Now, there's a point I laid out to discuss, or rather to tell you guys about. So it said here, most bad situations are consequences of bad choices. Own them and own your own life. Because you're the one that made the choices for yourself. No one can steer you off course because you're in the driver's seat. That is where responsibility comes in. And when you own your decisions, something miraculous happens. Failure doesn't become the badge of victimhood, it becomes wisdom. When you own what? When you own your decisions, something miraculous happens. Failure doesn't become the badge of victimhood, it becomes wisdom. Deny accountability and responsibilities, and the keys of your life are given to someone else. Anybody like now you're putting the blame to now has the key of your life. In other words, take the damn driver's seat up to your life. In other words, take the damn driver's seat to your life. That's what he said. Now, this chapter said something very necessary. He said, yes, accountability is necessary. But then, accountability, yes, there's a place also said responsibility is the forefather of accountability, but one doesn't evidence the other. Because some people can be responsible and then they fail to be accountable. Accountability is very far from responsibility. But because of you are responsible, that is why you should be accountable. But you can also be accountable and not be responsible. Sorry, you can also be responsible and not be accountable. Yes, because yes, the fact that you dropped something on the table and left and someone stole it, you own to your action that yes, I dropped something here and someone stole it. Yes, you own your action. You do not say that, oh, who is that thief? Who is that person that entered here? Doesn't that person know that this is an office? Or rather, this is a house, this is my house. So you are usually accountable. Yes, I know I did this, I dropped this here and someone stole it. So you've owned up to your action. Now, where will you be accountable is when next time you want to steal it, you still drop it here and leave. You didn't even tell me someone around to help me look after this, or you didn't even carry it out from there, or rather carry whatever it is you dropped or something you lost earlier, carry it out from there and put it in a better position for it not to be stolen. So that's when you're being what? Accountable. So that is what this is telling us today. That what? Wealth demands accountability. And I went on to say what? Responsibility is what bets accountability. But sometimes you can be responsible and not give better accountability. You get? You can be barren or you can be infertile. But then, if you want to be fertile, you should be able to give better what? Accountability. Yes, so guys, that is all for today. I would have loved to share more, but I don't want this to be safe with this amount of time. Because there's a law it gave here. The law of victim. You can't be a victim if you don't relinquish power to someone capable of making you a victim. So you have to relinquish power, your power. That power of that blame that's your life you're meant to shoulder. You're meant to shoulder everything that happens to you in your life because it was your choices. You can make a bad choice and still take responsibility. And still be responsible, and still take responsibility and make amends, or rather gain wisdom from that bad choice so that next time it doesn't happen, you know how to manage similar situations alternatively. So that's what he said. You have to relinquish power, which is what? You have to give somebody power over the keys of your life for that person to make you a victim. So don't accept being a victim. Shun victimhood and take responsibility of your life. Because when you do that, wealth is going to attract wealth in a very massive way. And yes, you're going to be very much happy with yourself and your life and whatever it is that's happening in your life. And when you're accountable, you are leading more like you're leading your life, you're the driver's seat, and then you're not throwing the blame outside your life. Or you're not always looking outside, seeing what it is that is reflecting in your life. Rather, you're looking inward and reflecting it outward. I don't know if you get the point. So let's wait for tomorrow.